Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like up. Bold and the Beautiful had Brooke Logan texting Ridge Forrester while he was at the Forrester family's Christmas party on the CBS soap this week. While Brooke tells her sister she doesn't blame Ridge for being angry at her taking the CEO position, she shocks B&B fans with what she makes an excuse for next. Bold and the Beautiful had a devastated Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, walk out of Eric Forrester's John McCook mansion. She stopped by because she needed to explain to Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., why she took the Forrester Creation CEO position. But once she discovered her soulmate had company, it rendered her speechless. That is because his company was Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, Brooke's longtime rival on B&B. The next day, Brooke conveyed how hurt she was to her sister Katie Logan, Heather Toms. They talked about this at the family's Christmas gathering. But Bold and Beautiful fans suggest her wording got a bit odd. Brooke Logan first said she was upset the Ridge didn't wait long before turning to Taylor. But what she said next was what fans had a tough time swallowing. Brooke couldn't have misinterpreted the scene that she stumbled upon. Ridge came downstairs when he heard Brooke call out his name. Then, after a few minutes, Taylor saunters down the stairs, walking bare-legged and barefoot, with just an oversized shirt on. So it was obvious what they had been up to. While the scene of Taylor coming down the stairway hurt Brooke Logan, it didn't seem to do much to taint her against Ridge Forrester. What she told her sister Katie seemed to offer evidence of her forgiveness toward him. Then she said the same thing to Hope Logan, Annika Noel. It was almost as if she didn't blame him, since he didn't know her plan behind taking the CEO position. So she may be hurt over what Ridge did, but she seems to demean herself by not blaming him for running to Taylor. Bold and the Beautiful fans were surprised. When she declared she hadn't given up on him, it seemed as if she was willing to overlook this betrayal. So Brooke declares that she's not done with him yet, and she plans to bring him back into her bed. Hope tries to make her mom see the whole picture, suggesting that maybe he isn't her destiny, as Brooke always said. But no, the Logan matriarch seemed to think his cheating was her fault and gives him a pass. Bold and the Beautiful starts Brooke Logan on her journey to lure Ridge Forrester back to her. She seems willing to resign herself to the notion that she drove Ridge into Taylor's arms after he heard her CEO announcement. Instead of becoming infuriated over him cheating on her, she has a different approach on Bold and the Beautiful this week. It is more like she will take this betrayal as collateral damage. It sounds like she thinks she deserves it after Ridge thought she betrayed him by taking the CEO position. Brooke Logan getting her destiny back on track will likely be tougher than ever before on Bold and the Beautiful. That's due to Taylor Hayes and her broken heart syndrome. Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Messins Wood, already warned her father not to break her mother's heart again, so it appears he painted himself into a corner, one that he can't get out of. Taylor Hayes was diagnosed with broken heart syndrome a while back. Bold and Beautiful fans learned from watching Taylor at the doctor's office that it is a diagnosis that could become fatal in certain circumstances. So if Ridge goes back with Brooke Logan after that intimate evening with Taylor Hayes, this could become one of those circumstances. This means dumping Taylor could jeopardize her health, which he wouldn't want to do. So Bold and the Beautiful likely has Brooke Logan become desperate when her rival's roadblock emerges. Ridge Forrester probably finds himself in a position with Taylor that proves almost impossible to walk away from. While Brooke is willing to overlook Ridge romancing Taylor, this likely isn't enough to bring him back into her arms. So he might have sealed a deal with his ex by romancing her. It could turn out as something he can't get out of without causing Taylor major health problems on the CBS soap. In the glitzy, high-stakes world of the Bold and the Beautiful, no one is ever truly safe from scandal. And if recent events are any indication, Brooke Logan Forrester may be careening toward yet another public downfall. Could the once golden goddess of the Forrester dynasty be sacrificing her legacy in a moment of emotional chaos? Spoilers suggest that Brooke may find herself in a deeply compromising position, one that could disgrace her and leave emotional wreckage in her wake. At first glance, Brooke has appeared relatively composed in recent weeks. She's donned her signature silk blouses, poured champagne with poise, and spoken in those clipped, concerned tones only Katherine Kelly Lang can deliver. But underneath the surface of her fragile calm, something has been brewing, an emotional tempest years in the making. Brooke has always been a woman of passion. From her days as the chemist-turned-corporate queen to her years ping-ponging between Ridge, Bill, and Deacon, she's never been one to suppress her desires. And while she's long claimed she's grown, matured even, spoilers suggest old habits may be clawing their way back to the surface. According to teasers, Brooke's recent bonding sessions with an unexpected confidant may not be as innocent as they seem. Speculation is swirling around none other than Carter Walton, yes, the Forrester 2.0 and resident heartthrob, who's been providing a listening ear to Brooke's mounting frustrations with Ridge's emotional distance and Thomas's constant shadow in their lives. Is it innocent, or is it the beginning of Brooke repeating one of her most infamous patterns, blurring the line between vulnerable heart-to-hearts and reckless flirtation? If Brooke indeed steps into forbidden territory once again, the fallout could be devastating, not just for her, but for the people around her. After all, we've seen time and time again how Brooke's choices become ground zero for emotional implosions. Think of how her affair with Deacon destroyed her relationship with Bridget, or how her decades-long saga with Ridge obliterated countless other marriages. Ridge, of course, would be the first casualty. Though the couple has reconciled yet again, his trust in Brooke has always been on a hair trigger. Any hint of betrayal, especially if it involves another man in the Forrester orbit, could send him back into Taylor's open arms. Again, Hope, Brooke's daughter, could also suffer deeply. Hope has finally started to rebuild her own shaky foundation with Liam, and the last thing she needs is to see her mother implode, especially if it brings more scrutiny or scandal to the Logan name. Will Hope feel the sting of betrayal herself if her mother once again becomes the subject of public disgrace? And then there's Carter, the man who can't seem to escape scandalous liaisons. After being burned by Quinn, Paris, and Katie, will he really throw himself into the fire again with Brooke? And if he does, how will Katie respond? Spoilers hint Katie may finally be ready to claim Carter for herself. If that's true, then Brooke's entanglement with him would not just be reckless, it would be cruel. Could we be looking at yet another Logan sister showdown? It's no secret that Brooke has been rattled lately. The never-ending cycles of betrayal, forgiveness, and regret have taken a toll. Her identity as the glamorous, irresistible matriarch is fraying at the edges. She's been trying so hard to be better, to be different. But has that pressure finally broken her? Some fans suspect Brooke's recent behavior may be pointing towards something deeper, perhaps a mental health storyline, or even a relapse into old patterns of addiction, control, and self-sabotage. Could she be spiraling? Is this about Carter at all, or is he just the spark lighting a much bigger fire? To some fans, Brooke is beyond redemption. She's done too much, hurt too many, and apologized one too many times. But others argue that Brooke is the show. Her flaws, her passion, her endless search for love are what make her the bold and the beautiful's true leading lady. If this really is Brooke's latest scandal, will the writers allow her to be more than just a symbol of destruction? Will she find strength in the aftermath, or is this the beginning of her final fall? There's also the ever-present possibility that Brooke is being set up. We've seen it before. Manipulations, half-truths, and manufactured scenarios crafted by rivals to destroy her reputation. Could Thomas be orchestrating this? Could Taylor, long simmering in the background, be nudging events along. The word disgrace carries weight in a world where image is everything. For Brooke Logan, it wouldn't be the first time she's worn the label, but it might be the last time she wears it without consequence. If these spoilers play out as hinted, she could face more than just heartbreak. She could face exile from the very family she helped build.